At exactly 6 in the morning, Charles, a 72-year-old patient of mine, woke up feeling absolutely wonderful. The sun was shining, and he felt rested and ready for his day. By 9 in the morning, his family was frantically calling an ambulance in a state of sheer panic. As the attending cardiologist who received him in the emergency room, I immediately set to work. After thoroughly ruling out all the obvious causes for his sudden cardiac collapse, I discovered something truly shocking. The trigger for his life-threatening event was not his diet, nor a failure in his prescription medication, nor some hidden disease. It was a simple, seemingly innocent mistake lasting barely 30 seconds that he committed the exact moment he stepped out of bed. This is an error I see repeated time and again in the clinical histories of my patients. Tragically, this exact misstep is rapidly becoming a dangerous and common pattern among older Americans. Today, I will reveal exactly what this morning mistake is, ensuring this terrifying ordeal never happens to you. We are going to navigate safely through what I call the morning danger zone. I am Dr. Eugene Hollis, a cardiac specialist with decades of hands-on experience repairing and treating human hearts. Millions of older adults blindly walk into the morning danger zone every single day. The medical statistics are clear. Numerous comprehensive studies demonstrate the risk of suffering a severe cardiovascular event is significantly higher during the first few hours of the morning, showing a staggering 40% increase in risk. The United States National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute corroborates this data. The reason the dawn turns into a veritable minefield for our cardiovascular system lies in a perfect physiological storm that unleashes within our bodies the very second we open our eyes. Upon waking, our organism initiates a complex biochemical process, much like a heavy engine trying to turn over after sitting out in the freezing cold. First, our internal biological clock, known as the circadian rhythm, aggressively shifts into gear. This master clock orders the immediate release of hormones to prepare us for the day. The primary driver here is cortisol, frequently referred to as the stress hormone. At the precise moment of waking, your cortisol levels skyrocket. While this cortisol surge is necessary to give us energy, it simultaneously issues a direct commanding order to the heart to accelerate and orders our blood vessels to firmly constrict. This hormonal flood provokes a natural yet demanding spike in your blood pressure and resting heart rate. Second, your autonomic nervous system changes gears. Throughout the night, your parasympathetic nervous system dominates. The instant you wake up, neurological control is handed to the sympathetic nervous system, releasing a wave of adrenaline that demands more oxygen from a heart muscle that is barely warmed up. In a heart beating continuously for decades, working alongside arteries that have naturally lost some of their youthful elasticity, this morning danger zone becomes delicate terrain. It is exactly in this precise moment of maximum biological vulnerability that millions of well-intentioned people unknowingly commit a severe error. The specific habit I am referring to, the exact error identified in Charles's medical history, is the trendy practice of taking a cold shower the moment you get out of bed. In an older adult, stepping into freezing water first thing in the morning can be an incredibly reckless maneuver. Allow me to share the story of another patient named Robert. He was 68, walked daily, and his medical checkups were consistently excellent. His only secret morning ritual was a 2-minute ice-cold shower to snap himself awake. One morning, the moment the freezing water hit his chest, he felt a violent fluttering within his heart, followed by an intense wave of dizziness, and he collapsed. He suffered a ventricular arrhythmia, which is a chaotic electrical storm within the heart muscle that threw him directly into sudden cardiac arrest. Thanks to the rapid response of his wife, the paramedics saved him. Let us examine what happens inside the aging body during a sudden blast of cold water. A physiological phenomenon occurs called massive peripheral vasoconstriction. The human body, in a desperate attempt to conserve core heat, rapidly closes thousands of tiny blood vessels located in the skin and extremities. If you suddenly pinch off thousands of the smallest pipes, the pressure inside the main central circuit instantly skyrockets. Clinical studies show a sudden cold shock can elevate your systolic blood pressure by 20 to 30 points in mere seconds. This massive pressure wave can easily rupture a fragile cholesterol plaque inside a coronary artery, instantly triggering a massive heart attack, or burst a weakened vessel in the brain, resulting in a debilitating stroke. The freezing shower rarely acts alone in this morning catastrophe. It relies on a silent accomplice, a vital factor that perfectly prepares the bodily terrain for disaster. I am referring back to morning dehydration and the critical error of not drinking a glass of water as the very first action you take upon waking. After sleeping for 7 or 8 hours without consuming a drop of liquid, our body wakes up in a dehydrated state, leading to a consequence known as hemoconcentration. Imagine that your blood suddenly becomes substantially thicker and stickier, resembling heavy syrup. Forcing your heart to pump, thickened blood requires monumental effort. The high viscosity of morning blood also carries a drastically increased risk of thrombosis, making it incredibly easy for platelets to aggregate into a solid clot. You wake up inside the morning danger zone with cortisol peaking. Your blood is thick and sticky from dehydration. You then step directly into a freezing shower. The sudden vasoconstriction spikes your blood pressure, tearing loose a tiny piece of plaque. In sticky morning blood, platelets rapidly form a massive clot that blocks the artery completely. Your absolute first gesture of the morning must be replenishing the vital fluid your body has lost overnight. Suppose you have wisely avoided the cold shock and properly hydrated your body. There is still one more trap waiting for you. That trap is the simple act of standing up from your bed too quickly. This swift vertical motion provokes a highly dangerous phenomenon in older adults known as orthostatic hypotension. While you are lying flat, your blood is evenly distributed throughout your body. The instant you stand up, gravity violently pulls your blood downward, causing up to a full quart of blood to rapidly pool in your legs and abdomen. As we age, our internal pressure sensors, known as baroreceptors, lose their youthful sensitivity. For several crucial seconds, your overall blood pressure plummets, and your brain is suddenly deprived of oxygen. The immediate symptoms are a wave of dizziness or a complete fainting spell, which inevitably leads to a hard fall to the floor. To desperately correct this sudden oxygen shortage in the brain, your nervous system activates with extreme fury, provoking reflex tachycardia, a sudden, rapid pounding of the heart. This violent acceleration easily becomes the final straw, skyrocketing the heart's oxygen demand and throwing the door wide open for cardiac ischemia and lethal arrhythmias. We must also discuss a crucial hidden factor residing quietly inside your own medicine cabinet. I need to explain how a daily prescription, designed to protect your heart, might actually be unknowingly contributing to this morning physiological storm. I am speaking specifically about water pills, or diuretics like furosemide or hydrochlorothiazide. These drugs are highly effective at lowering blood pressure, but they carry a significant secondary effect. In the process of flushing out water, they also flush out vital, life-sustaining minerals, most importantly, magnesium. Allow me to introduce you to Rose, a 75-year-old patient who had been successfully treated for hypertension for over a decade. She arrived at my clinic complaining of strange, fluttering palpitations and severe nighttime leg cramps. A specific blood panel revealed a severe magnesium deficiency. Her daily diuretic was silently draining away the most important mineral responsible for keeping her heart rhythm steady. Magnesium acts as a powerful, natural stabilizer for the delicate electrical cells of the cardiac muscle. When your body lacks sufficient magnesium, your heart cells become extremely hyperexcitable, making them highly prone to misfiring and short-circuiting. I want you to visualize the complete terrifying scenario. An older adult dutifully takes a diuretic for years and silently develops a severe magnesium deficiency. They wake up dehydrated, leaving their blood thick and sludgy. They jump out of bed too fast, triggering a dangerous drop in blood pressure followed by a racing heartbeat. Finally, they step directly into a freezing cold shower. In an electrically unstable, magnesium-depleted heart, this exact combination is the absolute perfect trigger for utter electrical chaos and sudden cardiac arrest. If you take a water pill and frequently experience muscle cramps or heart palpitations, speak clearly and directly with your personal physician. Request a specific blood test to evaluate your magnesium levels. There is a foolproof solution to this morning danger zone, and it is incredibly simple to implement. Surviving the morning requires profound respect for the gentle biological transition your aging body needs. I have carefully designed the 5-minute morning protocol. Minute 1 is dedicated to conscious waking. When your morning alarm sounds, remain perfectly still. Spend 60 seconds taking 5 deep, slow, deliberate breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose, counting to 4, and exhale gently through your mouth, counting to 6. This forces your nervous system to calm the fight or flight response. Minute 2 focuses on essential hydration. Sit up very slowly on the edge of your mattress with your feet flat on the floor and drink a glass of room temperature water. This immediately makes your blood significantly more fluid. Minute 3 is for gravity acclimation. Stay seated exactly where you are to completely prevent orthostatic hypotension. Spend this minute gently rolling your ankles in slow circles to mechanically push pooled blood safely back up toward your heart. Minute 4 is dedicated to gentle muscle activation. While still seated, gently wake up your major muscle groups with light stretching. Slowly roll your neck from side to side, shrug your shoulders, reach your arms above your head, and lean your torso gently forward. Minute 5 is the transition walk. Finally, stand up very slowly and deliberately. Stand perfectly still for a few seconds to verify that you experience zero dizziness, then walk at a relaxed pace. Now that your body is awake and protected, we must discuss the rules for a safe morning shower. Water temperature is the ultimate key here. The absolute ideal starting temperature is comfortably warm, sitting right around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. This entirely prevents any sudden, dangerous thermal shock to your system. The warm water gracefully relaxes your stiff morning muscles and gently dilates your blood vessels. If you insist on a cold finish, do so only at the very end of your warm shower, directing the cooler water down toward your feet and legs first. For any patient with a known, pre-existing heart condition, my professional medical recommendation is completely inflexible. You must avoid cold showers entirely. Looking beyond your morning routine, you must also diligently monitor your blood pressure. The universally accepted safety goal for the vast majority of older adults is to maintain a reading consistently below 130/80. I also want you to fully embrace morning exercise. Studies have definitively proven that moderate exercise between 8 and 11 in the morning is directly associated with the lowest overall risk of developing severe heart disease. Going for a brisk neighborhood walk or riding a stationary bicycle are magnificent options. Properly caring for your aging heart simply requires applying wisdom to your everyday habits. The physiological transition from deep sleep to active wakefulness is undeniably one of the most mechanically delicate moments of your day. Practicing daily mindful prevention is the greatest act of love you can offer to yourself and your family. I am Dr. Eugene Hollis, and that's it for today's video. See you as always in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.